Hello, and welcome back on your mathematical journey. So today, I want to take a look at binomial multiplication. So, as a quick refresher from our terminology video, binomials are going to be expressions that have two terms each, separated by a plus or a minus. So notice here, x plus 3 would be considered a binomial, as would x minus 2, Each of these individually would be considered a binomial, And notice that since there's no operating symbol between them, we are implying that we want to multiply these two quantities together. So hence the title, binomial multiplication. Well, in order to do that, the word you want to keep in mind, as I've written here, is the word FOIL. So, we're going to ultimately perform 4 individual multiplications, and then we're going to sort of combine them all up. And to keep track of doing all 4 multiplications exactly once, we remember this word FOIL. So let's go through it. So the letter F in FOIL is going to stand for first. So, first multiplication is just going to be the first term in each binomial, The first term in this binomial is x. The first term in this binomial is also x, X times x is going to be x squared. So our first term is just x squared. Now, the O in FOIL is going to stand for outer, Think in this case, if we think of all 4 of these terms as a sandwich or as books on a bookshelf, we're thinking the outer terms, the 2 pieces of bread if it were a sandwich, or the bookend if we were talking a bookshelf, So this first x here and this minus 2 over here, Remember the negative, would be considered our outer terms, So x times negative 2 is going to give us minus 2x. Our third multiplication that we need to perform, the I in FOIL, is going to stand for inner. So now we're thinking the meat of the sandwich, or veggies if you are a vegetarian, or we're thinking the inner books, on a bookshelf. So in this case, this 3 and this x, would be considered the inner terms in this case, 3 times x is just going to give us plus 3x. And then our final calculation of the 4, the L in FOIL stands for last. So, our last term in each binomial, the 3 in this case, and the minus 2 in this case, 3 times negative 2 is going to be minus 6. So, as a refresher, first, outer, inner, last, or the word FOIL to remember at home. The last step we just need to do here, is in order to simplify this expression, we just want to go ahead and combine our like terms, So we have a minus 2x plus 3x, 3 minus 2 is 1, So 1x, or just x, and then the other terms will stay the same. So x squared plus x minus 6. So, first, outer, inner, last. First, outer, inner, last. And then the only thing we have to do at that point, once we've done our 4 multiplications, is just clean it up with like terms. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them below. Otherwise, happy mathing and have a good day.